Hey everyone, Fujosevich here. Welcome back to some Hearthstone with some Midrange Jade Shaman. This time we're going to be... Well, we've run into a little bit of a rogue here. And I really have been enjoying this deck. And I think it's it's become my most consistent performer, at least for climbing this season. We're definitely expecting Miracle Rogue right now. Really expecting Miracle Rogue right now. I am debating Maelstrom Portal. I think Maelstrom... I'm trying to think how bad this could be if I do play Totem Golem. If I play Totem Golem and our opponent coins out a SI7 agent, then they're going to have 5/5 on board. They'll have 5 power on board, and I'll be overloaded. Whereas if I Maelstrom Portal, I'll have an empty board, and our opponent will probably only want a weapon power, hero power up with their weapon. That's funny. The issue now with this line of play though is my play on turn 3 is Totem Golem, which overloads me and means I can't play Barnes on turn 4. But I think in this matchup I don't want to lose the tempo since Rogue is such a tempo style class. And this kind of is as tempo-ish as we can get. At least with Shaman class, I think. With a Shaman deck, I should say. Yeah, putting out ooh! That is awful news for us. We don't have an answer for that at all. What do we do here, friends? I think we hope for Taunt Totem. Wow, that's going to be a big juicy loss if we don't top deck a Hex very, very shortly. And our opponent didn't mind overloading themselves either. Oh, sapping him out. Wow. This could just be the end. This might be the end, actually. Oh, remember when I said we never... that we never surrender in a game? So that was kind of weird, I think, for me to hero power there instead of Totem Golem. But part of the reason was because next turn I'll be able to Barnes and hero power, or I'll be able to Aya. And I think at this point I might want to Aya instead. I'm honestly not sure right now. Although if I do Barnes, yeah, backstab 1 to get rid of that spell power. That's a really, really good move by our opponent, I think. And maybe we will Barnes then. The issue is, what can Barnes get us right now? Barnes can get us Tunnel Trogs, which is horrible. Blood Mage Thalnos, which is a free draw. Could get us Mana Tide and Flame Tongue, which are both good. Azure Drake's nothing. And Alakir's kind of nothing. So I'd say we're slightly less than 50-50 for getting something good. Whereas Aya, one backstab is already gone, but this is still an easy eviscerate target. We can go 2, 4, and then 6 for Thing from Below turn, which might not be that bad actually. Hey, and we get our Spell Power Totem back, which is good as well. I don't think our opponent's going to want to waste their last backstab on that. They're probably going to be setting up for some sort of Auctioneer turn, which is why we wanted to have our spell powered up. Exactly why we wanted to have our spell powered up Lightning Storm, so that we can actually be able to deal with that. Especially if it gets hit with a nice juicy Conceal, which is something we don't want to have happen right now. If we were playing our Control Shaman deck, then it's not really that much of a big deal. Ooh, this is a very painful turn for us. But I think we'll be okay. An Evis, a Fan of Knives, and going face, that's really, really risky. But I kind of love that play. So we have the option now. We have a couple options, I guess. I don't mind Lightning Storm and trade to clear. The only issue is then all we do is leave out a brand, but our opponent already just played an Evis, so maybe we're okay doing that. Like, I know that's kind of like a risky play. But if it does pay off, I don't want to say we win, but I feel like that kind of gets us back into it because we're almost risking lethal at this point. Because if opponent has Leroy and some sort of combos like that, I feel like we're just going to be in big, big trouble. And we did already burn one of our only 3 taunts in this deck. Because this rogue, our rogue opponent here was really able to tempo us out of the early game, where we normally do reasonably well, I would say. This is unfortunate as well. Probably, yeah, hanging onto that weapon, even though poking face would not have been horrible for our opponent. I think the safest play here is Azure Drake into Lightning Bolt down our opponent's Azure Drake. And because of the double draw, we're kind of very happy with that move. And yeah, positioning was weird here. Oops. That was my fault. I should have actually put it on the other side of the totem in the event that I do draw a Flame Tongue. I definitely think we're a few turns away from even thinking about setting up lethals. We're going to be thinking about setting up, if we get a backstab now or prep into something, coin prep into ridiculous questing adventure, we could be in trouble. There's no doubt about it. If we get hit with any Abyss, we're not happy. Oh. This is not awful at all. Okay, so now we need to think about how we're going to do this, though, because we have a couple options, and they all kind of center around Lightning Bolt. I think the only issue is we're going to lose our Aya, our Bran combo, which is okay, because I think this game's going to be, we're going to win it with a Flame Tongue burst turn. Although we could Barnes here and hope to get our other Flame Tongue. I think that kind of solves every single problem. And I think that might be the play, but let's count our math. 2, 6, no, that doesn't happen every time. If we get Spell Power, if we hit a 33% here, I think we're really happy. And I should play a Tunnel Trog to get the Overload benefit. And that was a coin and a counterfeit coin, so I am tempted to leave Bran out. Let's see what we get though first. I guess I should have done this. Should have done it afterwards. Genius myself, but that's okay. I don't know why I thought I had space for one more. I've been playing on the phone a whole bunch, and on the phone it always seems like you don't have space for your 7th minion. I guess I could have just counted. But then your 7th minion always ends up fitting, which is kind of cool. Oh, sapping the 2/3. Well, that's our last sap, which is good. So we're going to be able to throw down a rag very shortly. Once we are ever able to really deal with a clear board. A Van Cleef, that's not that big. I mean, that's a good way to trade us out, but oh, we're really going to be loading up with Tunnel Trogs now, which again is setting up for lethal in turns from now, not right now. Ooh, if we weren't overloaded, I would happily Flame Tongue into Rag. We can't leave this Edwin up. I don't think that's a reasonable play. I definitely think we can just Flame Tongue into Aya. I think that's very, very reasonable. And then also a Tunnel Trog.
On with the show.
And what we're going to be doing here also is we're going to be stealing these bonus damages. And then we're going to be throwing out our Ayas for double Aya action. I don't even think that we need to be committing to the Tunnel Trog at this point. So I don't think we're going to at this point, to be honest with you. But let's take a second and think about it. There's 12 health, and the way we do this is 5, 10. We already have more than lethal on board. Do we need ultra lethal? Yeah, I think we do want to go for ultra lethal now, just because at this point our opponents already used both saps, and we're kind of strong against sap anyways. At least our strongest minion is. Small Time Buccaneer. Leroy to double Cold-Blooded is only 14? Yeah, only it was. Oh wow. And you know what? We were very, very, yeah. That's well played. Oh, that's a pretty good game, everyone. I really enjoyed that one. We were on the ropes there. We were definitely really, really close to getting lethaled out of there, but climbing our way up the single-digit ranks, which is always a fun thing to do. Maybe we have time for rank 5 this season, but I feel like I'm kind of doubting that now. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone, though. If you're enjoying these videos, feel free to subscribe for more updates when my videos get posted. I'll see you next time.